2 weeks ago, I needed a ticket from Bangkok, Thailand to Louisville, Kentucky. I was searching online, and I mean, there's so many travel agencies, and I seen eDreams. I read a couple of their reviews. Everything seemed fine. I was like, okay, well, I need a ticket now. They seemed to be the cheapest one. I did try, like went through Priceline, and I looked at a couple different other like cheapflights.com and different ones like that. And but eDreams seemed the timing was right. I could get them home on time, and it was a reasonable price for how such short notice it was, because it was a Sunday that I was trying to buy this ticket. Well, I bought the ticket, $105. Um, they said, okay, within the hour, I'm like getting all the information. I'm about to pass this information to my son who is in Thailand. Um, we notice as I'm about, sending him his details on the flight, his name was wrong on the ticket from Bangkok to Tokyo, from Tokyo to LA. So those two tickets, his name was totally wrong. So I'm like, well, this is a problem. He's in another country. He has to have his name match his passport. He's 19. He's new to flying. He's never been out of the country like this before. So, I mean, I want him to get home. He's also, he wants to come home. Stay ready to come. Well, I try to get a hold of eDreams customer service. First I went through the app. I still have the app downloaded to my phone because I still am going to report them to Better Business Bureau. But I need all the proof I can, so that's why it's still attached to my phone. But went through the app, tried to edit it there, because most of the time you can't just go, it's not as easy to get through customer service. So I went to the app first, failed. There's no way to access editing anything on the ticket through the app. So that's when I start looking for a customer service phone number. I found two. One was through eDreams Prime account, where you get this Prime account where you can get like easy access or whatever. Well, I hadn't signed up for that at that time yet. But I said, okay, well, I'm going to try this other number. This other number sent me to a recording, and it's a British guy, and it just kind of jumps you around. Doesn't really give you any of, it doesn't give me access to talk to anybody about what's going on. So I have to click like something else to get a hold of somebody, not in reference to the actual ticket, but to the ticket. Do you know what I mean? So I finally get a hold of somebody after sitting on hold for about 40 minutes, and they tell me there is absolutely no way they can change the ticket. They can't change the name. That it was my fault that I wrote the name down wrong, and that we're sorry, we can't do this. I said, well, they said, you need to get a hold of Japanese Airlines and do it through the airlines, because that's the name of the airlines he was coming home on. One of them, the first round was Japan Airlines. The second one was Spirit, excuse me. So I called Japan Airlines. They say, ma'am, you can't I cannot go on your word. You need to have your travel agency contact Japan Airlines, and they need to verify that you are who you are. I said, hey, that's great. I said, do they have a phone number or like technical support between you two and them? Oh, yes, your travel agency has everything that connects us together, but you need to have your travel agency contact us. It's like, all right. Yes, that's what I pay them for their service, is to help me, get what I need. So I call that number back, the one that I finally got a hold. I still didn't get an actual technical support person to help me. I went through a very long process to even talk to somebody. Another 40 minutes later, I get a hold of a person. They say, well, we can't talk to Japan Airlines personally. There is no absolute way we can change the name on the ticket. You just have to call Japan Airlines. I said, well, they told me all I need you to do is to call and verify who are my travel agency. This is what you're supposed to do. They said, I said, I need to speak to a manager. They said, we can't do that. We don't have that here. You understand? We're an app. We're not an actual thing. I said, well, you have to have somebody I could talk to about this because I need I need somebody personally to call Japan Airlines. Verify. I'm Natasha Gabrielle Pochak. This is Serenity Storm Lebanon, who's in another country who needs to come home. Um, they said, nope, you needed get a hold of somebody else. They say, no, you need 72 hours to be able to change the name on your ticket. I said, oh, that's very interesting because Japan Airlines just said it would be no problem if you would do this, right? Just call them, verify I am Natasha Pochak, trying to change the name on the ticket. Everything should be in the clear. Okay. But they need you to do it personally. So they say, no, I'm sorry, ma'am. There's no way we can help you. You need to contact Japan Airlines. I hang up with them. Okay. So now I did this between Japan Airlines and 5 times. In the end, I got lied to because it went from 72 hours that I needed to they'll give me 48 hours, but since the ticket's not within 48 hours, they can't give me anything towards this ticket. Okay, so then I said, how about a different route? We change the time that Serenity leaves Bangkok. That now I want a new ticket and we need to put a new name on that ticket. We can't do that, ma'am. You're not allowed to do that. I said, okay, so then I tried Japan Airlines again. Please, can I change the ticket? Well, sorry, ma'am. We still need eDreams to verify. I call back. I had, by this time, already been hung up on by some technical person. I'm telling you, this is 5 different times that I called them, coming back and forth. In the meantime, I did successfully change the other half of the ticket through Spirit Airlines by showing them our IDs, and we got that whole second part of the flight taken care of from LA to Louisville, no problem. But that was Spirit Airlines, still through eDreams, but I stopped talking to eDreams after having all these problems. I went straight to the airline. Okay, no problem with switching. I even looked on their account. I am allowed to edit any name I want on that ticket at any point in time through Spirit Airlines. So I'm thinking it's maybe this Japan Airlines that maybe I have the problem with, but by this time, eDreams has told me they cannot change my ticket. They will refund me the money. They will not do anything. I have lost out on the first part of this ticket fully. I have no other choice to try to get another ticket to buy to get Serenity to LA. I found a ticket. It was the last one for the timing for him to be able to switch off to get home. Turns out he was late for that flight because of it was so short. He ended up 30 hours in another airport in LA. Either way, in the meantime, eDreams has totally disconnected from me. They have not, anytime I tried to call them from after this, I was hung up on. I'm just truly disappointed. I have lost out at least on half the ticket. I just wanted a refund on half the ticket. I didn't even want a full refund. Spirit Airlines offered me a free ticket, which is interesting because this is another half of the ticket that they didn't even have to be involved with. You understand? So this is, I'm at a loss. I just pretty much lost out on half this ticket and it costs, second ticket, it was $750 to get that ticket too. So, I mean, you add that all together, it was $1,400 that I'm in the hole. The solution would be nobody ever has to deal with this when you need to get your family member home when they're stuck in another country, is to be able to edit. And I wanted a refund. I mean, I wanted a refund, like half the refund. That's $400 at least dollars they owe me. I'm not going to say that they have to pay for my full ticket of that second round, which they should come off with $750, almost a whole ticket. You know what I mean? Because it was $805 from eDreams. And I mean, they even lied to me, and they said there was no way we could solve the solution. They left me empty-handed. And I had to find another way. And luckily I have good credit and I take care of myself. And I mean, I'm a single, disabled mother. single, disabled mother and live off SSI.